many clean tech companies made was focusing on, incremental improvements to existing technologies rather than pursuing truly groundbreaking innovations.
So instead of trying to create a slightly better solar panel or a slightly more efficient wind turbine, they should have been aiming for those 0 to 1 leaps that could fundamentally change the way we generate and consume energy.
Exactly. And he uses the example of Tesla to illustrate this point. Tesla didn't just set out to, build a slightly better electric car. They aimed to create a car that was so superior to gasoline powered vehicles that it would fundamentally disrupt the entire automotive industry.
Man, they've certainly made, significant strides in that direction, haven't they? But Tesla's just one company, and the clean tech sector is vast and complex. What are some of the other areas where Teal sees potential for 0 to 1 innovation?
He highlights a number of, promising areas, including next generation solar technologies, advanced battery storage systems, carbon capture and sequestration technologies, and even fusion energy, which has, long been considered the holy grail of clean energy.
These are all areas where truly transformative breakthroughs could have a profound impact on the world, aren't they? But as we've discussed throughout this deep dive, creating these kinds of breakthroughs, it requires more than just, technical ingenuity. It requires a certain mindset, a certain way of thinking about the world and the future.
Absolutely. And that's where Thiel's insights into, the nature of innovation, the importance of definite optimism and the power of believing in secrets becomes so crucial.
He's challenging us to think differently, to challenge the status quo, and to believe that we can create a better future through our own efforts. It's a message that's both inspiring and empowering, isn't it?
Absolutely. And it's a message that resonates far beyond the world of, startups and venture capital. It's a message that applies to all of us, regardless of our, profession or background.
We've covered a lot of ground in this second part of our deep dive, exploring the practical side of building groundbreaking companies, the role of technology in augmenting human capabilities, and the challenges and opportunities in the clean tech sector. But as we approach the final part of our exploration, I'm curious to reflect on the broader implications of Thiel's ideas. What does 0 to 1 tell us about the nature of progress, the role of innovation in shaping the future, and our own individual responsibility in creating a better world?
Those are great questions. And
Yeah.
and they're at the heart of what makes 0 to 1 such a compelling and thought-provoking book. In the next part of our deep dive, we'll explore these questions in more depth, drawing on Thiel's insights to understand not only how to build great companies, but also how to build a better future for ourselves and for generations to come.
Welcome back to our deep dive into 0 to 1. It's been quite a journey, exploring these ideas of building something truly new, the power of monopolies and the importance of distribution, among, many other things.
Yeah, we've covered a lot of ground, haven't we? From the challenges of building that strong team culture to crafting a compelling narrative and even navigating the complexities of scaling a company.
But as we wrap up, I keep finding myself thinking about the bigger picture. What does 0 to 1 ultimately teach us about the nature of progress itself?
That's where Thiel gets really philosophical, I think. He pushes us beyond the practicalities of building startups to consider that broader arc of history and the role of innovation in shaping the future.
Yeah, he seems to be challenging this assumption that progress is just inevitable, that things will just naturally get better over time.
Exactly. Thiel's argument is that progress isn't something that just, happens to us. It's something that we actively create through our choices and our actions.
Right. He emphasizes the importance of what he calls definite optimism, this idea that we have the power to, envision a better future and then to work deliberately to bring it about.
And he contrasts that with indefinite optimism, which is more of a passive belief that things will, generally improve without any specific plan or effort.
So it's not just about hoping for a better future. It's about, rolling up our sleeves and actually building it ourselves.
Exactly. It requires a certain mindset, a belief that the future isn't predetermined, that we actually have the agency to shape it through our ingenuity and our determination.
This makes me think about something else that Thiel talks about, the importance of believing in secrets. Which seems kind of counterintuitive, right, in our hyper-connected world where information flows so freely.
Yeah, Teal argues that we've become too quick to dismiss the idea of secrets, especially in the realm of technology and innovation.
We tend to think, that everything that can be invented has already been invented, that there are no more great discoveries to be made. But what if that assumption is actually blinding us to potential breakthroughs?
That's exactly right. Teal, he really believes that there are still vast unexplored territories out there,
Mhm.
in the realm of knowledge, secrets just waiting to be uncovered
Hmm.
by those who are, willing to think differently and challenge conventional wisdom.
So it's about cultivating that sense of wonder, of possibility, that belief that there are still things out there that can surprise us and change the world as we know it.
Exactly. And that sense of wonder, that belief in the power of human ingenuity to solve even the most daunting problems, it's essential for driving progress.
But progress isn't always linear, is it? Teal acknowledges that there are different scenarios for the future, ranging from the hopeful to the downright terrifying.
Right. He outlines four possibilities, actually, drawing on the work of Nick Bostrom: recurrent collapse, plateau, extinction, and the singularity.
These scenarios really highlight the precarious nature of our existence, don't they? That progress isn't guaranteed, and that we face some very real existential threats, whether it's from natural disasters or human conflict or even our own technological creations.
But while Thiel acknowledges those potential dangers, he ultimately argues that we shouldn't succumb to pessimism or despair. He believes that the future is not, predetermined, that we have the power to shape it through our choices and actions.
So it's not about passively waiting to see what happens. It's about actively shaping the future that we want to see.
Exactly. And that means, embracing definite optimism, believing in the power of human ingenuity to solve problems and create new possibilities,
Right.
and being willing to take risks and challenge the status quo.
It's about fostering a culture of innovation, encouraging, exploration and experimentation, and supporting those who are trying to build a better future. As we conclude our deep dive into the 0 to 1, I'm wondering what this all means for us as listeners,
Mhm.
who might not be founding the next Google or Tesla.
That's a great question. I think Thiel's message, it really resonates even if, you're not a tech entrepreneur or a venture capitalist. It's about cultivating that 0 to 1 mindset in all aspects of our life.
It's about thinking for ourselves, questioning assumptions, seeking out those hidden truths that others might have missed. It's about, finding those opportunities to create something truly new and valuable,
Yeah.
whether it's in our work, our communities, or even our personal lives.
It's about, embracing the power of technology while also recognizing the importance of human ingenuity, creativity, and compassion. It's about being deliberate in our choices, understanding the power law dynamic, and aligning ourselves with those ventures and individuals who are working to build a better future.
So to our listeners, we really encourage you to pick up 0 to 1 and explore its ideas for yourself. It's a book that will challenge your assumptions, spark your imagination, and maybe even inspire you to create something extraordinary.
Remember, the future isn't something that just happens to us. It's something that we create. And as Steele reminds us, the essential first step is to think for yourself. Only by seeing our world anew, as fresh and strange as it was to the ancients who saw it first, can we both recreate it and preserve it for the future.
And that's a great note to end on. Thanks for joining us on this deep dive into 0 to 1. We hope you found it, insightful, thought-provoking, maybe even a bit challenging at times. Until next time, keep exploring, keep questioning, and keep building the future you want to see.